The Philadelphia Eagles continue to make headlines, and the buzz around the team never seems to slow down. Fans have been talking nonstop about a former Super Bowl champion quarterback potentially making a return to Philly, and the implications for the roster are huge, with questions lingering over the safety play during the recent game against the Bears. This roster decision could not have come at a more crucial time. Eagles fans have been dissecting every play, every snap, and every performance, and the scrutiny is intense, especially when it comes to accountability. Jalen Hurts has been under the microscope, particularly after some turnovers. But his response to mistakes has been the kind of leadership that often goes unnoticed on national broadcasts. After an interception and a fumble, Hurts took ownership immediately, walking over to the offensive line to accept responsibility, showing his teammates that leadership is not just about celebrating victories, but owning the missteps. This level of accountability is what defines the character of the Eagles quarterback, and it is a reminder that leadership is often displayed quietly, away from the flashing lights of the cameras. In how players support each other and maintain focus in adversity, the discussion around Pro Bowl selections has also been heating up, with many fans questioning how recognition is awarded in the league. Cam Jurgens has been performing at a high level, earning votes in the center position, yet Quinton Mitchell has barely made a mark in the cornerback voting rankings. Statistically, Mitchell's season speaks volumes. He ranks first in catch rate allowed at 41.9%, second in average target separation at 1.8 yards, and third in passer rating allowed at 62.3, tied for third in passes defended with 14. These numbers show dominance in coverage, consistency, and playmaking ability. Yet the Pro Bowl often reflects popularity and name recognition more than actual performance. Eagles fans know the discrepancy between deserved accolades and the glitz of popularity, and it fuels passionate debates about who truly deserves recognition on the national stage. Mitchell's contributions, if overlooked, highlight the sometimes frustrating disconnect between elite performance and mainstream acknowledgement, a recurring theme in professional football that keeps fans analyzing every stat and play with fervor. Meanwhile, significant roster moves are shaping the defensive landscape, and the recent release of Darius Slay from the Steelers has caught everyone's attention. Slay, a cornerback with experience and proven talent, is now available to sign with any team after clearing waivers. This presents an intriguing opportunity for the Eagles, especially considering their current depth chart at cornerback and the ongoing issues with injuries and inconsistent performances. Slay's history in the league shows that context matters. Players can struggle in one system or with one coaching staff, but thrive when the circumstances align differently. The Eagles have seen similar situations before, bringing in players who needed a fresh start or a familiar scheme to rediscover their potential. With quarterbacks like Adoree Jackson, Chili Ringo, and Jacqueline Bennett struggling to maintain health or consistently perform, Slay's addition could be a game changer. Even if initially positioned as a backup, the combination of his experience, skill, and familiarity with the league's dynamics could provide the Eagles with a low-risk, high-reward scenario, strengthening the secondary as the team pushes toward critical playoff positioning. The dynamics of coaching and strategy have also been under the microscope this season. Kevin Poulo, the passing game coordinator, has historically operated from the booth, overseeing plays with a perspective that allows him to see formations, coverages, and patterns develop from above. Recently, his positioning on the sidelines has raised questions among fans and analysts, yet the logic behind his original role remains compelling. From the booth, coordinators can maintain clarity, reduce emotional bias, and focus on high-level adjustments in real time. Observing from the sidelines introduces a level of immediacy and emotion that can cloud judgment, making split-second decisions harder to contextualize strategically. The Eagles' offensive patterns have been heavily analyzed, revealing predictable tendencies like the highest hitch route rate and bottom rankings in pre-snap motion and play-action effectiveness. Aligning coaching strategy with execution on the field is essential, and maintaining perspective from a vantage point that allows for observation without distraction could be key to improving offensive efficiency. Hard Knocks has also given fans an inside look at the culture and mindset within the Eagles locker room. Clips featuring Brandon Graham and Nick Sirianni emphasize the importance of filtering out noise and maintaining focus amid the external chatter, which has been relentless this season. Players like Jalen Hurts continue to demonstrate resilience and leadership, handling mistakes with poise and reinforcing the team's focus on accountability. On-field missteps, like a missed pass to Devonta Smith or fumbled opportunities, are addressed directly and constructively, showing that leadership is not about avoiding blame but guiding teammates toward improvement. These moments, captured in behind-the-scenes footage, provide insight into the daily grind of professional football, where performance, preparation, and mindset are constantly evaluated and refined. The Eagles' upcoming schedule presents both challenges and opportunities, particularly with key divisional matchups in the NFC East. The Week 16 game against the Washington Commanders, now confirmed for a Saturday evening kickoff, will be a pivotal contest in the Eagles' pursuit of the top spot in the division. Remaining games, while competitive, are seen as favorable compared to the schedules of other playoff contending teams like the Rams or Bears, highlighting the importance of focus, preparation, and execution in maintaining control over playoff positioning. Eagles fans are aware that each game carries weight, not just in terms of wins and losses, but in shaping momentum, confidence, and the overall trajectory of the team as the season approaches its critical stages. In addition to on-field strategy and performance, roster management has played a decisive role in maintaining the team's competitive edge. Injuries, like Andrew Makuba's recent surgery following a last-play injury against the Cowboys, have necessitated careful adjustments to the safety and defensive back positions. The elevation of Marcus Epps and the release of Perry Nickerson from the practice squad exemplify strategic planning, providing additional depth and reinforcing the team's ability to respond to physical setbacks. The decision to integrate extra safety support comes at a pivotal moment, ensuring that the Eagles can maintain stability in key defensive roles while minimizing risk to injured players. The combination of talent, timing, and tactical decision-making underscores the complexity of managing a professional football roster, where every move can have a ripple effect on performance, morale, and team chemistry, even beyond individual plays and roster changes. The broader narrative of the Eagles season reflects the interplay between statistics, performance, and leadership. Jalen Hurts' handling of accountability, the scrutiny of Quinn and Yen Mitchell's defensive excellence, and the strategic maneuvers involving Darius Slay all intertwine to create a dynamic and evolving story that captivates fans. These elements, combined with coaching decisions, player development, and the pressures of divisional rivalries, shape the ongoing conversation surrounding the team. Every game, every snap, and every roster move becomes part of a larger narrative, inviting fans to analyze, debate, and anticipate the outcomes of a season that continues to build toward high-stakes moments in the NFL calendar. As the Eagles move deeper into the season, the focus shifts toward execution under pressure and capitalizing on opportunities that can define playoff success. The attention to detail, both on offense and defense, has been under constant review, and fans are dissecting every matchup, every scheme, and every personnel decision. The nuances of the game, like route adjustments, pre-snap motion, and defensive alignments, have become the focal point for analysis as the Eagles seek to correct predictable tendencies and optimize efficiency. While Jalen Hurts has shown remarkable poise in high-pressure situations, the supporting cast must align seamlessly to maximize his talents. The chemistry between the quarterback and wide receivers, particularly with stars like A.J. Brown, is critical. Adjustments to formations, such as increasing slot usage or incorporating more crossing routes, could open up opportunities in what has been a highly scrutinized passing attack. The Eagles' offensive patterns have been dissected, showing weaknesses against zone coverage and tendencies that opponents can exploit. Overcoming these challenges requires both creativity and play calling and disciplined execution from every player on the field, highlighting the intricate balance between strategy and athletic performance in the NFL. Defensively, the addition of extra depth in the secondary has been a strategic decision that could influence outcomes in the coming weeks. Marcus Epps' activation from the practice window represents a calculated move to shore up a defense that has faced challenges with tackling and coverage consistency. The release of Perry Nickerson, paired with the versatile use of players like Michael Carter II, reflects a mindset focused on flexibility and adaptability. Defensive coordinators are tasked with aligning talent against opponent schemes, anticipating adjustments, and ensuring that players are positioned to execute effectively in a division as competitive as the NFC East. Every missed tackle, every blown coverage, and every miscommunication can be magnified, making roster depth and readiness essential components of sustained success. Eagles fans understand that each defensive play carries weight, not only in the moment, but in shaping momentum and confidence across the roster. The dynamics within the locker room also play an essential role in performance. Leadership is not defined by the absence of mistakes, but by how players respond to them. Jalen Hurts' actions following turnovers exemplify this principle. Taking accountability directly with teammates, addressing errors constructively, and maintaining focus under pressure demonstrates the qualities that define team leaders. These moments, often unseen by casual viewers, are integral to fostering cohesion and resilience. Eagles players, coaches, and staff recognize that trust and communication form the backbone of a successful team. When individuals hold themselves accountable and inspire accountability in others, it translates to execution on the field, improved situational awareness, and a culture that emphasizes preparation, discipline, and relentless effort. Meanwhile, discussions about roster upgrades, such as the availability of Darius Slay, highlight the strategic thinking behind player acquisitions. Slay's potential integration into the Eagles' defensive backfield represents a calculated opportunity to enhance experience, versatility, and talent depth. With key injuries affecting depth at cornerback and safety, the Eagles have the chance to incorporate a player familiar with the league's speed and complexity, potentially revitalizing defensive performance. The nuances of fit, scheme compatibility, and leadership impact make these decisions critical in shaping both short-term game plans and long-term competitive advantage. Fans understand that acquiring a player of Slay's caliber is not simply about filling a spot. It's about creating a ripple effect across coverage schemes, team morale, and situational execution that could have significant ramifications in pivotal matchups down the stretch. The coaching perspective also remains a central point of analysis. Kevin Poulos' role as a passing game coordinator from the booth allows him to maintain a macro view of the field, evaluating formations, coverages, and offensive patterns in real time. This elevated perspective facilitates strategic adjustments and informed recommendations to the sideline, optimizing the connection between play design and execution. Observing from the booth reduces emotional bias, ensuring clarity when analyzing complex defensive schemes. The effectiveness of coaching decisions is intertwined with the player's ability to translate strategy into action, and maintaining alignment between preparation and on-field execution is essential to sustaining competitive advantage. The Eagles coaching staff continues to navigate these challenges, seeking solutions that maximize efficiency while maintaining consistency across high-pressure scenarios. FlyEaglesFly News family, smash subscribe and hit like. Your support keeps the freshest Philadelphia Eagles updates flying in. Drop your take in the comments and let's talk birds. Whispers are growing louder in the NFL quarters. Jalen Hurts might be packing his bags and leaving the Philadelphia Eagles. Insiders hint at restlessness behind the scenes, with the star quarterback reportedly exploring options that could shake up the league. While no official statements have been made, sources close to the team suggest that the relationship between Hurts and the Eagles front office may be at a crossroads. Hurts, who has been a cornerstone of the Eagles' recent campaigns, has drawn attention from several franchises hungry for a dynamic, dual-threat quarterback. Teams reportedly see him as a perfect fit for offenses looking to inject versatility and playmaking ability. The speculation has sent agents, analysts, and fans into a frenzy, dissecting every interview, sideline gesture, and press conference for clues. Even within Philadelphia, locker room chatter hints at the possibility of a seismic shift, with teammates reportedly preparing mentally for the unlikely, yet increasingly plausible, scenario of a Hurts exit. Financial considerations, contract negotiations, and long-term team strategy are all reportedly fueling the rumor mill. While Hurts has shown loyalty and resilience, the NFL is a business where timing and opportunity can sometimes outweigh history and sentiment. League insiders speculate that if a trade or free agent move does occur, it could involve a high-profile exchange, potentially reshaping not just one, but several rosters. Fans are divided. Some believe Hurts' departure could open doors for emerging talent within the Eagles roster, while others argue that losing him would be a blow too significant to quickly overcome. Social media platforms are already buzzing, with hashtags and threads debating where Hurts could land and what the implications would be for the Eagles' championship aspiration. The mere notion of him leaving has created a whirlwind of predictions, fantasies, and strategic posturing among rival teams. As of now, nothing is confirmed yet. The NFL landscape is bracing for what could become one of the most talked about storylines of the season. Every practice, every meeting, and every sideline look is now under the microscope, as fans and analysts alike try to read the tea leaves of a potential Jalen Hurts departure. The league may be on the brink of witnessing a move that could echo for years, leaving everyone, players, coaches, and fans, holding their breath for the next big twist in this unfolding saga. That's a wrap from FlyEaglesFly News. If you want the fastest Eagles updates, subscribe, drop a like, and turn on the bell. Sound off in the comments. Let's talk birds.